Yeah, and I can actually say I have vaped before, but usually the vaping that they're talking about mostly is the THC vaping, which I've done also.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard there's like a lot of fake cartridges out there,
Yeah,
and
and
that's what was causing the problem.
there's been a couple of deaths here on the Northwest. There was two in Oregon, I know, but yeah, I won't be ashamed to admit that I've vaped, and I don't won't be ashamed to say that I've smoked pot because it's legal here in Washington, and it's legal in Oregon. But my job says I can't do it otherwise. So I just do it on the days I don't have to work. Uh,
I could get this thing to charge.
uh,
These things are so annoying. They take forever to charge.
what phone or?
The battery for my vape.
Oh, I couldn't help you there. Couldn't
I
help.
know. I think that I'm probably not going to be able to get this anymore. I'm just going to have to do flour or something.
Or you could always come up to Washington, or even go to Massachusetts, visit Mark, and because it's legal in Massachusetts. Just saying.
Wow.
And
I did not know that.
marijuana is legal in Washington, Oregon, Nevada, Colorado, Massachusetts, and a few other states, I do believe. But we were the second state in the country. Colorado was the first, which was so hilarious when the Denver Broncos.
We should move together. We should have the whole bond together.
Well, like I said, I'll be in LA the 13th and 14th of November. That's about the only time Mark and Chloe will actually get to see me for the remainder of the year, because I'm getting into the busy shit at my job now. It's flu season. People want their goddamn fucking flu shots.
Oh my god. I heard the flu shot is actually not good for you.
So,
With the whole, the immunizations, the vaccinations and stuff, I think that I would not be surprised if the vaccination's actually bad for you,
So you want to hear a story on how pharmacies became able to give vaccines? How it all started?
Okay.
So it all started about 20 years ago at a pharmacy that I worked at here in Vancouver, because I work retail pharmacy. And at that time, we had nurses that were visiting from one of the hospitals from Portland. And he looked at me, he goes, "Why the fuck are we paying them money to give these shots? We should be making that money and giving shots." So he talked it over with our regional manager. Next thing you know, 2001, we were the first pharmacy to give vaccines, and it just exploded from there. Now every pharmacy from here to fucking Maine gives vaccinations, and it all started at the store I worked at in 2000.
Is it like a drugstore?
It's a retail grocery store with a pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It started at my store, and it has just exploded ever since, and it's a pain in the fucking ass to do these vaccines. I don't give the shots. I do the grunt work, the hard work, the billing. Especially billing Medicare is a pain in my ass.
Oh my gosh.
You don't watch any Netflix, do you?
Well, I used to Netflix and chill.
Ha 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 ha.
But, ha ha ha.
But
I'm more into videos that are like, 20 minutes or less, because that's about my attention span.
God bless Adderall, right?
So if I was going to watch a movie, I'd have to, watch it with someone. Well, hey, I did watch Glow. I like Glow a lot.
Yes, I still remember the original Glow from the 80s, if that tells you anything. In fact, one of the original Glow girls is a session wrestler. Hollywood.
Which one is she?
She's one of the very original Glow girls from the 80s, 1986.
Okay, so she's not on the show. She's actual real people.
She was actually in the real Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Wow.
Back in the 80s. She's one that I want to get on this show. There's another one that is a former American Gladiator that I want to get on this show, Malibu.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that show, like American Ninja Warrior and stuff like that.
I have my TV in front of me right now, and you know what I'm watching?
Mm-hmm. What?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, it's off.
I think...
I'm just staring at a blank...
You should,
at a TV that has...
ask me some more questions.
I'm trying to think of some. God. We've been going almost an hour here. Well, I've been going over an hour.
Oh, you're tired already?
No, well, I still got laundry to do, but, I haven't had a cigarette.
Is that all you can take? Is that all you can take, huh?
Don't get me started. Do not get me started. So I'm
gonna go out to Vegas is where they have the LSD, right?
Yes, and I actually will be in Vegas October 30th through November 1st. Gotta celebrate Halloween down there. It's so much fun.
Oh, I'd love to go.
Of course, I don't have to pay for a hotel either.
Oh, really? Why not?
It's called family.
Oh.
Two cousins that live down there. And
I just recently got in touch with my extended family. I didn't know my family in Charlotte, and now when I go up there, I can visit my cousin, and my cousin is cool as hell, and he has no problems with what I'm doing. I told him what I'm up to, so he's cool with it.
Have you had any conversations with Mark about his company, Brutal Beauties?
We've chatted, but I don't have a very good memory. I'd have to go back and look and see what we talked about.
That's okay. I have what you call the 5-minute memory.
Like a goldfish.
You tell me something, and 5 minutes later, you're like, what? I have good long-term memory, but my short-term memory is terrible. I think it's from all the...
we had spoke about...
I think it's the 14 concussions.
Drama.
14 concussions I had.
I definitely want to be safe, and so I want to, I definitely appreciate when people tell me that maybe that's, not a very good person. It's not loading. But Mark was really cool, and I've heard nothing but great things from him, and I'm really excited to
I can tell you
work with him again.
I can tell you firsthand.
We actually did in Florida, I think, like, many moons ago.
I can tell you firsthand that he is, an awesome, awesome person, really good to work with. In fact, he actually, in his videos that he does now, he has a banner for my show that I made, I had made on Vistaprint, along with 1,000 business cards, which I don't know what I'm going to do with.
I love Vistaprint, though.
But yeah, in fact, if
I
you
love all my free business cards.
If you get a chance to see any of his, his videos that he did, the fight video he had with Kat and Sarah, or I don't know if he released the one with Delight and Selena, but my banner is prominently displayed in those videos, and as well as now I get them confused. It's either Scissor Foxes or Scissor Vixens. I can't remember. They're based in Toronto, I know. And see, this is what happens when I
Yeah, I almost went out to Toronto, and I have a valid passport, but the lights are out on the back of my Jeep, and I haven't got it fixed. And I've already been pulled over a couple times in the States, so I didn't want to go to Canada and get pulled over for not having my lights on my Jeep. And then I was worried about the foreign currency, people trying to pay me with foreign currency. So I definitely will get out to Toronto sometime now.
Yeah, that's one thing that I need to do is get my passport, because I've got some friends in Scotland that want me to come over.
What do you do about, like, knowing foreign laws and stuff? Do you just ask the people who live there? I mean, I guess that seems pretty obvious.
Yeah.
What are the laws I should know about in your country so I don't get in trouble?
Yeah, I mean...
What part of the road do you drive on?
Yeah, well, in my case, I wouldn't have to worry about that, because I pretty much walk everywhere. That's why part of my therapy for my knees.
I was thinking about getting knee braces. Or, just something, because my knees hurt all the time.
Wow.
Wow, poor me.
Talk to me when you have at least 3 knee operations. Then tell me your knees hurt.
Okay, you win.
Finally, a man beats a woman at something in the wrestling business.
Finally. Your injury is worse than mine.
I have
injury challenge.
I have a laundry list of injuries, and I've only had one match, and it was probably the worst session that anybody could ever experience.
What?
So she got $400 out of me when her rate for an hour was $3. It was supposed to be an hour-long wrestling session. It lasted 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
And it was supposed to be, semi-competitive, nobody really getting hurt or nothing. She screwed my neck up, bruised my face. I had bruises on my cheeks and right below my eye.
God, did she punch you?
No.
Oh, that was just from her squeezing head scissors?
No, that was just from her smother.
Oh, wow.
But, she hung out with me afterwards, but, it was, it left a bad experience, bad taste in my mouth. As far as sessions go.
So she went 100% on you, and you definitely wanted to go lighter.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even get any offense in whatsoever, and,
I've made that mistake before, because sometimes when you are doing a lot of sessions and you've had a lot of more intense, more competitive sessions, like in a row, like you've had a couple in a row,